Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Erik Tanh explains why Rasmus Hojlund was substituted early versus West Ham. Manchester United manager Erik Tanh has revealed the reason behind Rasmus Hojlund's early substitution against West Ham United in the Premier League. The Denmark international was unable to score his maiden league goal for United earlier yesterday, and he was replaced by Marcus Rashford before the hour mark. The decision did not please some of the fans. Speaking after the game, Tanh highlighted that Hojlund is a very strong character who can deal with stress. The manager added that the Dane was ill during the week and he needed to protect him, considering there are 2 more matches before the new year. He told manunited.com, "No, I think he is a very strong character and he can deal with the stress. I took him off. He was ill during the week, and so he had a little lack of power. So, yeah, in that sense, I protected him. We have to play 2 more games this week, but we can't feel sorry for ourselves, no one, and we have to take the responsibility. If you are playing for Manchester United, you have to do it together, but everyone has to be accountable and take responsibility." The €65 million rated star had another difficult league outing for United, but he can't be blamed. Alejandro Garnacho and Antony made just one successful pass to him. The lack of service meant that Hojlund could not influence the game. Having just recovered from an illness, Tanh made the right decision to take him off the field. With Anthony Martial on the sidelines, United need to keep Hojlund fit and healthy for the festive schedule. His fortunes should change sooner rather than later. United face an informed Aston Villa side at Old Trafford on Boxing Day. The fans will be hoping that Hojlund can end his long wait for a maiden Premier League goal. The Red Devils have gone more than 6 hours without finding the back of the net, and they must end the wretched run to keep their hopes alive of making the top 4. The gap to the final Champions League spot is already 8 points, and the club have no more room for setbacks. Tuesday's game against Villa is a must-win for them. Luke Shaw shares honest Man United assessment after West Ham defeat. Manchester United defender Luke Shaw was visibly frustrated after his side lost 2-0 to West Ham United on Saturday afternoon. Goals from Jarrod, Bowen and Mohammed Kudus helped the Hammers to leapfrog Man United in the league table. Speaking to TNT Sports after the game, Shaw said it's tough to understand the Red Devils' goal-scoring woes. He said, "I don't know, it's tough to think what's going on. I think we are not creating enough, and when we do, on the other hand, we are not clinical. I think maybe it could be a lack of confidence at the moment. Sometimes that's normal in football and it happens, but we have to try to stay positive because we've got another big game coming up against Aston Villa. We have to win games, and that's it. We keep losing games and points and making it hard for ourselves." The Red Devils haven't scored even once in the last 4 games. Rasmus Hojlund and Antony are yet to put the ball in the net in the English top flight this campaign. Marcus Rashford has scored twice, which includes a goal from the spot. Alejandro Garnacho has bagged only a solitary goal, his wonderful overhead kick against Everton that seems to be ages ago now. Man United's imbalanced midfield has restricted them from creating chances. Injuries to Erikson and Mount have forced the side to work with limited creativity. That is one reason why the side has struggled massively in front of the goal. The second season is their lack of composure in the final third. Hojlund had the best chance of the game against Liverpool, but could not beat Alisson. Garnacho had a sublime one-on-one opportunity yesterday, but his tame shot was not enough to beat West Ham's goalkeeper. Man United must learn to be more clinical in front of goal and take their chances. The onus is also on Erik Tanh as his side looks bereft of ideas in attack. Manchester United player slammed by club legend as disappointment. Paul Scholes has criticized the struggling Manchester United star Marcus Rashford after the team's humiliating defeat at West Ham. With goals from Jarrod, Bowen and Mohammed Kudus, United suffered their 8th loss of the season, allowing West Ham to leapfrog them in the table. Rashford started the game on the bench and had a minimal impact after coming on in the second half. The England international's recent goal drought in the Premier League, having not scored in the last 5 games and with only 2 goals this season, has drawn further scrutiny. Marcus Rashford's current poor form is a stark contrast to his performance last season, where he scored 30 goals in all competitions. However, he now appears to be a shadow of his former self, and Manchester United legend Paul Scholes has reiterated concerns about the attacker's ongoing struggles. He said on TNT Sports, "It's disappointing. You spend a lot of money on players that you expect more from. You have Marcus Rashford, who was brilliant last year, but he can't find the form. Despite Manchester United dominating the first half, they couldn't reach Alphonse Areola's goal, and Alejandro Garnacho missed a golden opportunity. The team's goal-scoring woes continued, having now failed to score in 4 consecutive games across all competitions. This is a huge worry for Man United because they aren't offering much of a threat to the opposition. As a result, their opponents aren't afraid to be more attacking against them, whereas in years past, teams were scared to open up against Man United in case they got picked off on the counter-attack. Erik Tanh must start Christian Erikson in place of Scott McTominay against Aston Villa. Manchester United manager Erik Tanh must start Christian Erikson against Aston Villa in the Premier League on Tuesday. Erikson made his first appearance since his knee injury in the 2-0 league defeat to West Ham United yesterday. He replaced Alejandro Garnacho in the 85th minute, but it was too late for the Red Devils to mount a comeback. We believe the Denmark international should be given a starting role ahead of McTominay when high-flying Aston Villa travel to Old Trafford in midweek. Erik Ten Hag has started McTominay in the last few weeks, considering the goal threat he brings. The 27-year-old is United's leading goal scorer in the league, bagging 5 goals in 15 appearances. Injuries to Mason Mount and Erikson gave McTominay a perfect platform to showcase his skill. However, the €28 million rated ace has failed to shine even after getting full support from the manager. Bruno Fernandes is the most creative midfielder at Old Trafford, but he has been forced to play a deeper role to accommodate McTominay. In 8 of the last 9 league games, McTominay has failed to register a goal or an assist. He lost possession 6 times versus West Ham. It's baffling how Ten Hag continues to select the club graduate, but his gamble must stop now. Erikson is back in the squad and should return to his number 8 position. The €13 million star made that spot his own when he joined Man United last summer. However, regular injuries in 2023 have not allowed him to settle down. The former Tottenham ace should share responsibilities with Fernandes to create chances. Luke Shaw admitted that the Red Devils are not creating many chances. Reinstating Erikson into the starting 11 should be the first step to cater for that shortcoming. Willie Cala shines in Man United defeat versus West Ham. Manchester United graduate Willie Cala had a promising senior debut during the 2-0 Premier League defeat to West Ham United on Saturday. The 19-year-old was a surprise starter in the heart of the defense alongside Johnny Evans after Rafael Varane was ruled out of the game through illness. The teenager started confidently with an adventurous run forward and managed to settle into the game. He looked comfortable with the ball at his feet. In 84 minutes, the youngster had 92 touches completing 75 out of his 89 passes. He delivered 2 successful long balls and made 3 clearances. In our opinion, the 6 feet and 4 inches ace was not to blame for either goal conceded, and his performance should encourage manager Erik Tanh to start him again. United have no time to ponder over the result. They will be back in action on Boxing Day against Aston Villa, who are currently third in the league standings. The Red Devils have gone over 6 hours without finding the back of the net, but they must end the dreadful run when Unai Emery's side visit Old Trafford. Alejandro Garnacho had a wonderful chance to open the scoring at the London Stadium yesterday, and the players need to be more clinical in front of goal. Tuesday's game appears a must-win with the gap to the top 4 already at 8 points. Another negative result could lead to questions over Ten Hag's future. Meanwhile, Cambuala could be in the starting 11 again if Varane is not deemed fit to face Villa. The fans will be hoping that the Frenchman is back in the mix. Yusuf En-Nesyri identified as Serhou Guirassy alternative. United have now failed to score in 4 games running. The last time such a scenario happened was back in 1992, and it has been over 600 minutes since the Red Devils found the back of the net. Rasmus Hojlund is yet to score in 14 games in the English top flight, and manager Erik Tanh always knew that the young Dane needed support. The Dutch manager needs help via the January transfer window, with United linked with a move for Bundesliga's second top scorer thus far, Serhou Guirassy. As per The Sun, the Stuttgart hitman wants to move to Tottenham Hotspur instead of a dysfunctional United side, and the club has been forced to look at alternatives. Sevilla's Yusuf En-Nesyri has emerged as a target, with the La Liga side struggling financially and are open to letting the Moroccan go in the winter. The Andalusians are having a shocking season, languishing in 14th position in the table, and have also exited Europe. The Morocco international is their top scorer this term with 9 goals, and he also has 2 assists to his name. Being able to do a job in a struggling team will no doubt please the manager, and he will be thinking that such a character is required if his team are to end their voodoo in front of goal. Sevilla could agree to do a deal for the 26-year-old if United were to table an offer of £16 million. Ten Hag's man will remember En-Nesyri well, as he had scored twice to knock the Reds out of the Europa League last campaign. Benjamin Sesko was also recently linked with a move to Old Trafford, but the Sevilla frontman is much more experienced and could play well in tandem with a younger striker like Hojlund. Manchester United willing to offer Real Sociedad winger Takifusa Kubo 7 times his wage to secure his signature. Manchester United's underwhelming first half of the campaign has left Erik Ten Hag under pressure at Old Trafford. United's struggles in front of goal has stunted the progress of the side in Ten Hag's second season, with his misfiring front line low in confidence. The United manager is now looking to improve his attacking options in a bid to save his job in Manchester. Real Sociedad winger Takifusa Kubo has been earmarked as a potential solution to United's issues in wide areas, with the club plotting a blockbuster deal for the player. As reported by The Express, Ten Hag is a big fan of Kubo and would love to make the 22-year-old a part of his squad next summer. United are reportedly ready to offer the Japanese international 7 times his current wage to tempt him to Old Trafford. Additionally, it will take an offer north of £50 million for Sociedad to part with a player who has 6 goals and 4 assists from 24 games this season. The Express say that United have already registered interest in the winger, but are still a way off from submitting a formal offer. Any deal will have to wait until next summer, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe's 25% takeover still going through and likely to affect the club's winter business. Ratcliffe's stake in the club is expected to be announced next year. In the meantime, the Dutchman will be hoping his current crop can find some kind of form to salvage a season that is in danger of slipping away from him. Even at this early stage, United currently sit outside of the top 4 places in the Premier League, as well as being dumped out of the Champions League in the group stage earlier this month. Latest takeover blow for Manchester United fans. Manchester United fans have been dealt a pre-Christmas blow even bigger than yesterday's 2-0 loss to West Ham. The Daily Star have reported that Manchester United staff have been told it will be business as usual until March, when Sir Jim Ratcliffe's £1.5 billion football takeover will finally kick in. It had been hoped that the deal would be in place before Christmas, but this report seemed to have been wide of the mark. Manager Erik Tanh has previously hinted at such news by stating that the club is unlikely to do any significant business during the January window. However, it was hoped back in October, when it became clear that Ratcliffe had won the race to buy a part share in United, that the deal would be in place in time for the club to have an active winter window. Nonetheless, these dreams seem to be in tatters, as there was a clear message delivered at a recent internal meeting at Old Trafford outlining how the immediate future looks going into 2024. Basically, with the current status quo to remain intact through to early spring, nothing is changing anytime soon off the pitch. This means the club will have very little cash to do anything of note, and this will worry fans greatly, as the club currently sit in 8th place in the Premier League and have already lost an incredible 13 games this season. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.